Viewers, listen very well, because what I'm about to break down for you is shaking Nigeria, from the courts to the streets, from political offices to living rooms across the country. Today's gist is not just another headline. This one touches the very foundation of justice, ethnicity, and the future of national unity. Before we continue, please like this video, subscribe, and hit notification bell so you don't miss any of these real-time updates. Now, let's take this matter step by step, because the story is deeper than what many people have been told. It happened on Thursday at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The courtroom was tense, packed, and filled with heavy security presence. And then it dropped. Justice James Omotosho sentenced the Biafran agitator and leader of the proscribed Indigenous Peoples of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to life imprisonment for terrorism charges. Viewers, imagine the weight of that pronouncement, life imprisonment, a verdict that many say would define Nigeria's legal and political landscape for years to come. According to the judge, he ought to have sentenced Kanu to death. Yes, you heard that correctly, but chose to show mercy. Instead of handing down a death sentence for counts 1, 4, 5, and 6, he replaced it with life imprisonment. For count 3, he gave Kanu 20 years imprisonment with no fine, and count 7 earned a 5-year sentence. But here's the key point. All the sentences will run concurrently, meaning he will essentially serve life behind bars. Viewers, what makes this even more shocking is that the judge added restrictions. Kanu is to be kept in protective custody and must never be allowed to use any digital device. No phones, no computers, nothing that connects him to the outside world. For a man whose activism and influence were built on communication, that is a heavy blow. Now viewers, before we dig into the reactions, please click that like button and subscribe if you're following the gist, because what comes next will help you understand why this case is shaking the entire nation.
Shortly after the judgment, Kanu's lawyer Aloy Ejimakor stepped out of the courtroom to address the press. Without wasting time, he announced that they are heading straight to the Court of Appeal. His words were clear, short, and firm. We are heading to appeal. For him, this judgment is far from the end. In fact, this is only the beginning of what might become one of Nigeria's most controversial legal battles in recent history. But viewers, let's pause and ask the big question. How did we get here? And why does this case divide Nigerians this deeply? To understand the weight of the judgment, we must go back to the roots of Nnamdi Kanu's struggle. For years, he has championed the cause of Biafra, arguing that the Igbo people have been economically marginalized, politically sidelined, and treated unfairly since the Civil War. Through IPOB's broadcasts, rallies, and online presence, he became the symbol of Igbo agitation. Before we continue, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these real-time updates. However, according to the federal government and DSS, Kanu crossed the line by allegedly issuing threats, encouraging violence, and declaring sit-at-home orders that crippled the entire Southeast. Justice Omotosho said those actions amounted to terrorism, and that is the foundation on which this life sentence was built. But viewers, is that the full story? Is the Nigerian legal system being consistent, or is this another example of selective justice? Drop your thoughts in the comment section, because this is where the matter becomes very complicated. Nigeria is a country where perception is as powerful as reality. While Nnamdi Kanu is being sentenced to life imprisonment, the same country is negotiating with terrorists, paying ransom to bandits, negotiating with kidnappers, and even reintegrating so-called repentant militants into the society. In many cases, these criminals, the same people who kill villagers, bomb roads, kidnap school children, burn markets, and attack military bases, are pardoned, given rehabilitation packages, and in some cases paid by the government to drop their weapons. Before we continue, please like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these real-time updates.
Viewers, this contrast has sparked outrage. Some people are asking, how is a political agitator treated worse than armed terrorists? Why is the system quick to punish his separatists but slow to deal decisively with bandits who have turned parts of the north into war zones? These are the questions flooding social media right now. Please like this video if you believe that justice should be applied equally to every Nigerian, regardless of region or ethnicity. Let's continue. As the news of Kanu's conviction spread, reactions poured in from across the country. In the southeast, many people viewed the judgment as politically motivated. Some said the government is trying to silence a voice that speaks for Igbo emancipation. Others argued that, while they may not support IPOB's methods, the life sentence feels excessive when compared to the government's leniency toward northern militants. Human rights activists also stepped in. They questioned whether the trial was fair, whether Kanu's rights were respected, and whether the government is using terrorism laws to clamp down on political dissent. Some warned that this judgment could inflame tensions in the southeast at a time when the region already feels isolated and misunderstood. Before we continue, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these real-time updates. But viewers, let's look at the other side too, because you know every Nigerian story has two angles. To some Nigerians, especially in the north and southwest, the judgment is long overdue. They argue that Kanu's rhetoric contributed to needless killings, economic instability, and widespread fear in the southeast. To them, this life sentence is simply justice served. Now the political angle, and viewers, this one is deep. The Tinubu administration is now under immense pressure. How they handle the fallout from this judgment may influence ethnic relations, security strategies, and even political alliances. Some people are already questioning whether the life sentence will calm the region or fuel further agitation. Before we continue, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these real-time updates.
Economically, this case has implications as investors already view Nigeria as volatile due to insecurity. With a major agitator sentenced to life imprisonment and tensions likely to rise, the stability of the southeast, a region known for business, could be affected. A climate of fear is bad for trade, industry, and investment. Socially, the judgment raises a moral question that Nigerians cannot ignore. Why are some armed groups treated with negotiation while others are met with maximum force? Is it ethnicity? Is it politics? Or is it simply the nature of the crime? Viewers, what do you think? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe. Legally, this case is also a test of Nigeria's judicial independence. The judge ruled that Kanu's actions constituted terrorism and that sit-at-home declarations and threats of violence amount to acts that endanger national security. But critics argue that if this is the new standard, then why hasn't the judiciary applied the same standard to bandits, Boko Haram militants, and criminals with blood on their hands? Let's not forget the human angle. Nnamdi Kanu is now a man facing life imprisonment, cut off from digital communication, isolated and placed under tight security. His journey from activist to prisoner is dramatic and tragic. Whether you see him as a freedom fighter or a lawbreaker, one thing is clear. This judgment marks a turning point in his life and in Nigeria's political history. As we wrap up today's gist, viewers, here are the major takeaways. 1. Nnamdi Kanu has been sentenced to life imprisonment for terrorism, replacing what would otherwise have been a death sentence. 2. His defense team has already vowed to appeal, signaling that the legal battle is far from over. 3. This case has reopened heated debates about ethnic justice, selective prosecution, and the treatment of northern terrorists compared to southern agitators. 4. The judgment has major political, social, economic, and legal implications for Nigeria's unity and its future. Viewers, what do you think? Is this judgment fair? Is it biased? Is it political? And what does it mean for the Southeast and for Nigeria as a whole? Drop your comments, like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell because this matter is far from over and I will be here to break down every update as it unfolds.